Welcome back to an episode of Wrestling Around, where this week we're finally doing the WCW Great American Bash 1997. We're carrying on our NWO since their conception, we're doing the full story of the NWO. But before we get into that, joining me, as always, is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Cooler this week, but still warm.
Cooler this week, but still warm, thank you. We used to call you Terry Fish. Maybe you are genuinely a relation of Michael Fish.
Do I predict the weather wrong?
I don't know, but you're giving us weather banter, so maybe. Isn't that right? Michael Fish had a great career, and he got one thing wrong.
It was quite a big thing that he got wrong.
Yeah, right. Mistakes happen. You know what I mean? If he'd have said it was sunny and it rained, nobody would have cared. Hurricanes, everyone gets a bit upset about it. He's only going on the information he was provided.
We'll blame the Met Office.
Is it them? We don't use the Met Office anymore, do we? Don't use somebody else.
Old man yells at cloud. That's all that's coming into my head. Classic Simpsons.
Yeah. Some clouds are annoying though. Right, you have.
Are they?
Yeah. Those are quite annoying sometimes.
Oh yeah, if you get a fucking cumulus at the wrong time of year, winds me right up.
Get a what?
Every now and again you get in Cirrus, and you're like, my God.
Well, no, I'm just saying if it's
Cirrus at this time of year.
If it's quite sunny outside and the cloud comes over and you know you're in the shade, that to me is quite annoying.
Yeah.
So therefore the cloud is quite annoying. Sometimes it's far too hot and you're begging for a bit of cloud. You know what I mean?
Also, Terry, what the hell we're calling it? Terry weight loss, 0.6 of a pound this week. Disappointed.
Did you have a shit?
Porky Peters, that was it. I know. I didn't go out for a walk at all this week though, 'cause it's fucking boiling, wasn't it? So
I am surprised.
I thought you'd have lost
3
about
stone.
Yeah, just in sweat last week. Like,
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's the best time to do it in the heat. Get yourself for a walk, bottle of water with you.
Yeah.
I would have burnt.
If you're worried about you not losing enough weight, what you need to do is wrap yourself in bin bags and put your clothes over the top, and then you'll sweat even more.
Cling film.
We're back on it on Tuesday. Back on the walks on Tuesday.
Yeah, try and do the bin bag trick. That's how boxers get into shape.
And Terry Green fingers as well.
We don't. We don't want to know where you've been putting them.
Bought a basil plant from the super. It's fucking growing. I've managed to keep it alive and it's growing. So I've now got a coriander plant. And I'm trying to grow some bell peppers in the garden.
bell pepper?
Bell pepper.
You are 80 years old.
So I'll keep you updated on Terry Green fingers as well.
You call it something else, please.
What do you want me to call it?
Get rid of the green. Terry fingers.
Terry salad fingers.
Oh.
Speaking of fingers, right? Did you see that 8-year-old kid online? I read that wrong.
Hang on, be careful here.
But yeah, he was playing chess against the robot, and he moved too quickly, so the robot just fucking grabbed his finger and broke it. Genuinely, thought it was a piece. They spooked the robot, broke the kid's finger.
Oh yeah,
broke the kid's finger. Yeah.
Robots. That's the start of Terminator, and Skynet is active.
That was it. The way they were talking about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, the robot was like it's bad behavior for the robot because he got stressed." Apparently, he meant to give it like 30 seconds to work out what to do, but he just went. Like sometimes in chess where they just like they do one and he goes boom, the one person just goes straight back down. The kid did that, but the robot got all confused.
Right, no,
got the kid's finger and broke it.
So what? Right, so I'm not a robot guy. Don't have anything in that background. But why?
So you just call yourself a robot guy.
I am the Professor Neil Sharkey.
Well, I did a robotics module at the university, so
everything in that robot is programmed, right?
Yeah.
So why on earth some fucking lunatic programmed when it's confused to just smash it up?
Yeah. No, so I think what happened was
that? Why is that the go-to?
So I think just from looking at it, what happened was he thought he dropped a piece or something, so he went to pick it up again. And he didn't because I watched the video because I'm sick like that, right? I thought he was gonna do the whole old Vecna thing where he was just gonna like like hold on to it and I'm just like but no, you squeeze on it really hard and fetched it that way.
Right.
The kid was fine, continued in the tournament, but obviously the parents are suing.
Yeah, of course.
It's in Russia.
Yeah, God.
I think.
Right.
I might have meant the verb.
Anyway, well, little bit
I
more
didn't-
bad pressing than that, then, is
I
it?
ain't even been introduced yet. I had a finger
Yeah,
story.
no, wait, you said.
Not often you get a good finger story, is it?
Joining me is
Speak it
the
off.
world-class wrestling journalist, Aaron. Aaron, how are we doing?
Still furious.
Are you furious? Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, yeah, is pricking me. It's just,
Has he not done anything in the past 2 days?
probably just been himself, to be fair.
Yeah. Is he married, Tony Khan?
It's never been late in his life. He's a typical wrestling fan.
Yeah. It's a true story when we was watching.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. I was watching obviously Great American Bash earlier today, and my partner, it was right at the start of the show in the crowd, and she just went, I bet everybody there stinks of beer.
She's
And
not
you know
wrong.
what? Yes, you can't argue that. That's Tony Khan ever been married. That's fine.
I'm looking on his. There's no personal life section on his Wikipedia page.
Oh, I
This
don't
has
trust
got-
that then.
But
He's
there
probably
is.
deletes it himself.
There is a reception and legacy section. Reception and legacy. He's not dead. First line. Khan's work of All Elite Wrestling is granted him the Wrestling Observer newsletter promoted the U Award in 2019, 2020, 2021.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh my Christ. How long is that segment?
Just all praise, isn't it?
No.
You don't
at the
have
end,
time for a
comes
He
with
was,
personal
fire.
called, he was called a clown by Jamie Carragher.
Ugh. Christ. So, no, maybe I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 39-year-old loser. There we go. Right then, Lou, you're here as well.
I am rusting. It's a bit warm in it. So I've got myself a nice Calippo. There we go.
Oh,
For God's
Clippers are great.
sake.
Yeah.
That's why you took ages to come on. What flavour clip was that?
That lime.
Why?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Never had lime Calippo before. But I was
Is it?
thinking, generally they weren't technically Calippos, but they were Ribena ones.
Hmm.
Yes,
Do you
I
still
do.
do them?
Don't think so. I've not seen him in years.
Yeah. I've just had a big Iceland open up down the road. I'm going to have to go.
What you
So
after?
go. The Ribena Calippos.
Never
Iceland have a very good selection of Bassett's flavoured ice treats.
Yeah.
So,
Like
Palm
awesome.
Violet
You like-
ones are nice, but then it is just a big block of Palm Violet.
I'm very tempted by the blackjack ones.
I've not had them. The foam banana
They
ones
sound
not,
gross.
are not worth it.
Yeah.
Fruit salad one, I imagine, would be nice.
Does everybody remember them things that were like little balls?
Solero shots.
Yes.
Yeah, they were shot.
And then Calippo shots.
They were
weren't
shite.
What's shite? What the fuck?
I didn't
Oh,
know.
they're
look at
god
that.
tier of ice treats.
Good lord. What a
I
stain.
can't believe you said that.
Not for me.
You've said some heinous things, Terry Peters, and we've always stuck by you. But this is the final straw.
They all just got like
Muted him.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Stops
mute
his-
it.
stops his
He's
video.
good. Stops his video. Terry Peters, you can still hear us. You're having a 2-minute timeout after that absolute heinous
Let's-
script. Aaron's left in
let's
disgust.
yeah, Aaron's left. Let's let him back in to defend himself. I'm not happy. Terry, defend yourself.
they just got they were all just stuck together, and then you couldn't get them out the hole, so you had to stick your tongue in the entrance to the thing,
Yeah, you listen all good points. This is why they were great.
Finger in. Out
and then
into the mouth.
and then they got out of the bot, and then when your hand was hot, they all just fucking melted. Which was the best? No, that was the best bit of them.
After a while, you
because-
just peel the ball off, didn't you? That's...
Now better than just shaking him, having a few, shaking them, getting them loose again, having a few more.
Oh no, give me a
And then
mystery.
when it was just a congealed glob, sticking it up and it was going like that.
Yes,
Okay.
banging the yeah.
Get
Give
off
me
it.
a-
The last
Give me a
forever.
Mr. Whippy 99 that costs £4.50. Need to
Oh, they get all of your hands up. It's too hot.
Yeah, they do.
get them in a tub.
And if you're a bit like me and you bite the bottom off, Daredevil, see if you can eat the top before it melts through the bottom.
It's insane.
I used to do that with cornettos.
Yeah, Cornetta, you've got to bite quite high, ain't you? Because the bottom's just chocolate.
Yeah, but
So
that's
you
I've,
do
like
it all
noticed,
the time.
I've got a fear, right? The cheaper your Cornetto style ice cream, the more chocolate you get at the bottom.
yeah, it's good,
Walls,
it's
you
good
barely
as
get
well.
any chocolate at the bottom of it.
Mhm.
But supermarket own brand ones,
You do
it's
get
like
a lot of chocolate.
50% chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Do you remember the M&M Cornettos? I'm just talking about ice cream now.
Oh, yeah, they were good. They
Yeah.
were good.
I'm sure you gotta get them in like Spain, but they were class.
Yeah, it was like you could only get a white Magnum in Spain, couldn't you, at one point?
Oh, really?
And speaking of
Oh,
Spain,
speaking of magnums,
go on, do your Magnum story first.
so basically they're like you get Magnums.
Yeah.
And they open up like a Malteser box, and it's just got 12 little Magnum balls in it. It's very average. They're very small, so you get white, nutty, and dark.
Oh, the mini Magnums.
But like Malteser sized balls of Magnum with a flat base. They're all right.
Terry, you partial to some nutty balls?
Do love a nutty ball. Love nutty
You
things.
confirmed, yeah. I was going to say, do you remember them fucking weird little penguin things you used to get in Spain?
Oh yeah,
penguin ice creams. Yeah, they had them at hairdo, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure there was.
You could get them over here in pubs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and you could take them home, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's like every Indian takeaway. Every Indian restaurant you go to has got the same dessert menu, right? And it's always
they're from the same thing as well, aren't they?
They're always on there. Yeah.
I went to a Thai restaurant. They had sticky coconut ice cream, and it was incredible. Fucking
Punkies,
coconut.
they were called punkies.
Can you buy hunkies on Amazon?
Did you say hunky?
Punky.
Funky.
Oh, punky. I thought you said hunky.
I thought you said hunky.
I did say hunky.
Yeah, search for that.
Hunky ice
Oh
cream.
my god! On breaks, I don't know what it is. Breaks.co.uk or something. Novelty ice, £14.31
For one.
for one.
How's it
You
get
can't think-
delivered?
I don't know. I don't think it's got ice cream in it.
I mean, I know there's inflation, but Jesus Christ.
You can also get
Sorry.
Vaki, which is there's a Vaki on here, which is a cow. I don't remember that. Kawaki, which is some sort of mad blue
That
bird.
was the duck, man. Quacky's a bird.
A Vuaki.
A vuaki.
Oh no, Kuaki. Kuaki? Vaki and Kuaki.
Spit your words out, man.
Well, I don't speak Spanish.
Hola.
Yeah, outrageous that, isn't it? You can get Fricky, which is some sort of yellow bird. These are all new.
Speaking of speaking Spanish, has anyone seen that free Spanish lessons thing doing the rounds on Twitter?
No.
Right, I'll put it in the group chat because it's
Like
Big John
like
or whatever.
Big John or whatever.
Yeah. I'll put it in the group chat so you can enjoy it. Let me find it. It's genuinely brilliant. Looks like something you find at the seaside in England.
Is it as good as that Asian kid, Billy? Remember him? He used to teach how to speak like roadman and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because that's top tier stuff.
And Hull accent.
Yeah, that's how I found out about him when he did the whole accent when he was mid City of Culture.
I get very different recommendations on my Instagram.
There you go. Check the group.
Right, shall we do some wrestling?
Big Tone, that's his name.
Big Tone.
Yeah, Christ. He looks like he's going to complain about too many Spanish speakers in Spain.
Have you seen his example phrases that he can teach you?
I don't know anything about Big Tone, but I imagine he's stuck in Dover at the minute.
The best one is Carlin.
Carlin, just straight up Carlin.
Yeah.
Uno paella, por favor, con HP sauce. Brilliant. No, right. I'm going to go on that website. You won't carry on. I'm going to go on the website.
You'll be very disappointed too. You're on the website.
No,
It's
Hablo. This is where some porn comes up or something. Isn't it?
no, it's just an advert for like a anti-Brexit song. It's not a real advert. I don't want to ruin the illusion for you. I'm going to tell you about it. But yeah.
The free space lessons isn't real.
No, it's a parody.
Peters has been had all over here,
Yeah.
You knew that. And you let him speak on the air.
Well, I thought I want to keep the magic alive. Okay, fair enough.
You let him speak on the air for 5 minutes about these Spanish lessons. There we go. Right. WCW Great American Bash 1997. We've all watched it eventually. June 15th, 1997, it was at the Mark of the Quad in Moines, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the best name for what an arena we've had so far? The Mark of the Quad.
It's
What does
now
that even
called
mean?
the Tax Slayer CUS.
Tax Slayer.
Tax Slayer Centre. That's what it's called, yeah.
What's that? A Tory government.
Yeah. Wishy.
Well, they don't slay tax, do they?
Only for
Promise
the
it, and then
birds.
they'll never do it. Then you get one guy who's, I'll sort the economy out. It's been your fucking job for the past 3 years, mate. What have you been doing?
One's ruined it and one can't spell it.
Right, no, we're not doing that. We're not politicking around.
Politicking.
Lou, come on, I've bought you enough time there. What do you eat and drink at the Mark of the Quad?
We've been selling tea to China. No,
Bolero shots.
I can't find a menu, but I can find what's in a luxury suite.
Yeah, that'll do, I guess.
So the benefits are you get a privacy of your own room, ensuite restroom, and pre-ordered or day of event food and beverage service through Levi restaurants.
Oh.
You get 2 ramp parking passes subject to availability. With premium theatre seating and flexible bar stool seating. And a suite attendant service. And then there's a few pictures. There's the Trust Club. That was ironic, wasn't it? Given the way I introduced that, the Trust Club. Yeah. There's no cheese available at the Trust Club. And that is a disgrace. But no, that's all we got. And there's a little picture of someone who looks like someone, but I'm not going to say it. There we go.
Yeah, good. That. You should be wrong because she's no queen.
Yeah.
Speaking of that person, I used their book to fix my watch the other day.
How?
In the heat, so genuinely in the heat, my Fitbit melted. The glue that was holding the screen on melted in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Because I had the blind open to let the air in. That was no air. So obviously, then when the sun came out, that's where I lay on the bed is in the sun, and it melted. The screen popped off, so I had some more glue, and I needed a heavy book to weigh it down, and I glued it on.
So if you needed Alison Hammond's book,
Alison Hammond came in. Alison Hammond, a candle, a dish full of money, and an egg timer. I got some sort of mad egg timer downstairs in my.
That sounds like this episode a weird joke.
Yeah, fixing me watch, and it's worked. So. Right then, back to the pay-per-view. It starts off with a red, white, and blue DDP segment. It's all about him against Savage 2. Still no Hogan. More on him later. It's been a while since we've seen Hogan or the world title, so he's very Brock Lesnar at this point. What do we make of this opening video package then? I get it's a Great American Bash, but I don't know. WCW just seems to be in the wrong era. This is surely 87, not 97.
Yeah, it feels very out of date.
It's so dated, doesn't it?
Yes, and have you seen the tagline to this event, Russ?
No, I haven't actually.
Enjoy it. It's a good one. It's a classic.
You're not going to say, right?
It's a classic WCW tagline.
All right. Oh God, I've accidentally clicked on the Great American Cookie.
God's sake! Right, I'll just get it for you.
Give him a nice warm hug on Father's Day.
There we go.
Well, it was Father's Day famously.
Tony Khan would love that one.
Yeah. Good hug. Yeah. He was in the crowd.
Oh God. Yeah, probably on his own because he's a loser. Yeah. What a weird thing. Yeah. Give him a nice one. Hug on. Not the best, or not the worst. I do appreciate the picture though of DDP with I think that's Savage in a headlock.
Yeah.
On the poster.
No, considering it was it very much felt like a B-level pay-per-view, didn't it? But it looked good.
Yeah. So then we start with Toshi Riley, Dusty Rhodes, Bobby Heenan on comms, and then we get Ultimate Dragon against Psychosis, and immediately Dusty Rhodes is removed from commentary. And Mike Tenay comes out. Yeah. This is down as a respect match. So in the last pay-per-view, Sonny Ono, he basically kicked Ultimate Dragon, didn't he? And then he cost him the the TV title. So Sonny Ono has now got Psychosis. Well, I guess they're trying to turn heel.
Yeah, massively.
14 minutes. And do you know what, right? We always say about WCW, and they don't really give a shit of the crowds. The crowds went right into this, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I was the total opposite. I did not care for this match. I felt like it felt like I was sat there for about an hour watching it. It
was one of the longest ones on the card.
I missed the intros, so I thought it was Ultimate Dragon versus Jushin Thunder Liger up until the end.
Up until the end?
Yeah. It's only when they said Psychosis. I was like, yeah, it's not Jushin Liger.
I can't believe you enjoyed this, Ross. You usually hit this sort of stuff.
See, I usually really enjoyed the openers, and I did not care for this match whatsoever.
I think it was because the crowd was into it, is why I enjoyed it. And Ultimate Dragon.
Calm down, Meltzer.
Well, yeah. Ultimate Dragon actually gave some offense to his opponent. Maybe I enjoyed it because he's not squashing Rey Mysterio for the 5th time in a row. I thought it was very good. The crowd, it was a crowd for me, I think.
They're very excited to be there because they mentioned on commentary at some point during the night that they're not been to is it Molino or whatever? They're not been for like 10 years or something. So like they were pretty excited to be like just be there, I think. Get a big show.
And I think as well, I'm starting to fall in love with Sonny Ono.
Yeah,
I think he's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's great.
I'm sure he won like worst manager or something around this time.
Someone also called Mike Tenay Iron Mike Tenay.
Is it? Where have you been, Peter? One was Tony Schiavone, and it's been Iron Mike Tenay for the past 5 years.
Don't care.
He's also the professor, isn't
he? Yeah. He's always been Iron Mike Tenay.
That's the first time I ever recall him being called Iron Mike.
He's definitely been called that ever since I can remember.
Since we've been following the NWO for about a year at this point. I can't believe you've never noticed that before, Peter. Right, what did... Well, there was some good bits in it, but we'll do the good bits first.
So Sonny Ono has won Worst Manager in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards in 96, 97, 98, and 99.
How?
But before then, Mr. Fuji won it 10 years in a row. So I'm just saying...
Racist.
Fucking racist to the Wrestling Observer Newsletter.
That's right. Maybe he got called out for
it
that.
Went on from 1984 to 1999. It was won by Mr. Fuji, like, how many times? A lot. Paul Jones was the only person who wasn't of Asian origin to win it, and he won it 1 year. Everyone else,
I figured it all out. So they got that much heat. He thought, oh shit, just to prove it, right? I'm going to say every match in the Tokyo Dome is now 6 stars.
it's going to be an extra 3 stars. Maybe that's how it happened. Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're also highly marked.
Yeah.
Right then, what else have we got here? So in the actual match, basically there was a tombstone, and Psychosis kicked it out of it. I can't imagine big takers happy at this point. Come on, you don't do that.
What's he going to do about takers?
Monday Night Wars, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah. So SmackDown in about 12 years' time.
Yeah, the end of the match. Sonny Ono's getting involved. He accidentally kicks Psychosis, and then Ultimate Dragon wins after a Dragon Sleep at 14 minutes. Star ratings, please, Terry Peters from Old Meltsy.
3 3/4.
Unsurprising.
Yes, pop for the boys.
Where is your t-shirt, Lou?
It's upstairs. I should get on really, shouldn't I, for this? You'll next see in Cardiff when you are. Sorry.
Live Franklin reviews. Cash Clash. The list match was no more than 2 stars.
He's wrong though, isn't he? I think it was 3 stars at least.
Really? I just did not enjoy this match.
Well, I believe we witnessed history in this match. From the way the commentary was talking, I believe this was the first tap out in WCW history.
Well, that makes sense because the ref didn't know what to do.
Yeah. And it was Schiavone kept on going, it's the international sign for tapping out. Because Shamrock had just started doing it, because obviously it came from UFC. I always thought tapping out was already there, but it started in 97. So I think this was genuinely the first tap out.
No, because
and not the last time we'll see it in the show.
Well, old school, you're a pussy, aren't you, if you tap out.
Yeah.
You have to pass out, don't you?
Until the UFC changed all that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because in the UFC, it genuinely it's tap or snap, isn't it?
Yeah. But I thought that was a bit of an interesting bit.
Strong opener, I think. I was actually looking forward to this. We didn't get Chris Benoit on WCWWrestling.com. It was so awkward.
There was some Benoit moments in this show. Fucking hell. Anyway.
The next match then, and to continue the strong opening, Harlem Heat against the Steiner Brothers. I saw this match and was so excited. I love both tag teams. This is for the tag titles #1 contender. And basically the Harlem Heat got chucked around the ring for 12 minutes by the Steiners. My favourite bit in this match was our favourite referee, Randy Anderson.
Legend. Yeah.
I can't even read me right here. Sherry is near trying to get involved. Randy Anderson just basically says, "Fuck you," and literally pushes her out the ring twice.
You don't fuck.
I've never seen a referee put his hands on a manager more than Randy Anderson in this match. Yeah. She's like on the throat, and I think she didn't know what to do because she's just like, "What? This is part of the match." Randy Anderson is proper just throwing her out the ring. Yeah. So for me, 5 stars for the.
I wonder if the WCW guys do it as a shoot like WWE do at the moment.
Yeah, I think Randy Anderson does.
Yeah.
They
are always awkward referees out of the WCW. They're not very good. Right?
Terrible. Unless you're Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick and Randy Anderson are my 2 favorite referees of all time. At the end of the match, then, Vincent, wearing his NWO shirt, runs in, elbow drops Booker T after just being Frankenstein by Scott. So the Harlem Heat win by DQ and the commentary team pushing. It's the outsiders picking who they want to win next. Talk about watering down your number 1 contenders.
Burying Harlem Heat. And Harlem Heat celebrate it. Legitimately.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah. This ending was crap.
And then the Steiners beat up Vincent, which I kind of liked. So that, I Scott Steiner's always my favourite, but the more I watch of Rick Steiner, he's the dog face grandma, isn't he?
Scott Steiner had a lot more hair than I remember him in this match.
Yeah.
He had a full on ponytail, didn't he?
His weird goatee as well.
Yeah. I think first time we've seen him with facial hair in this NWO run.
Big Papa Pump's on its way, isn't it?
Well, it's not long, is it? I don't think, until he goes blonde. It can't be that long.
I think it's like early 98, isn't it? I think, yeah.
Yeah, so a year. We've got like 6 months to a year. Yeah. What do we make of this match then?
I enjoyed this match. Up to the end.
Yeah, but Vincent ruins everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, Vincent really did. I didn't really like this match at all, to be honest, but I thought Vincent was terrible in this.
I just liked how strong the Steiners looked in this match.
I just don't like Harlem Heat as heels.
I was going to say, right, thank God you added something on the end of that because you would have been kicked from the stall.
Removed again.
No, I like Harlem Heat. I just don't like them as heels.
I couldn't work out if they were meant to be heels here.
I don't think it was it?
They're just the less over baby faces, aren't they?
Yeah.
I thought they were heels, to be fair.
But then Sherry was a heel manager. Sure.
Yes, that's more what made me think they were heels. Yeah. Because why would you put?
But then they're now going against bib heels, so that makes. So I think agree with you though. I think they're the less popular baby fisted.
I did like the Big Apple that they did though. So that was very good.
I think these are genuinely, since watching these shirts, 2 of my favorite tag teams.
Of all time.
I'm putting them up there. The Steiners, I think, are quickly becoming number 1.
I've always liked the Steiners.
And I am so gutted that Stevie Ray never. I know Booker T became a main event star, but I would have loved a WWE Harlem Heat run.
Yeah, he's kind of retired on it by the time.
He never did out, did he? After that, I would have loved one.
But he got his Hall of Fame. Because Jim might want shit on him for that. Meltzer probably go, didn't he?
What for getting
for him being in the Hall of Fame?
They're such a good tag team.
Yeah. Well, 2 Hall of Fame tag teams here, us.
Well, yeah.
Steiners as well. Binawi Afro is very good. I think I saw the start and I was like, oh no, that's not, But then I think it's because the finish was awful on it. And if it
finish was just rubbish.
Whether they were babyfaces or heels, it just Harlem Heat celebrating just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that wasn't because Booker T was proper giving it big guns.
He looked like absolute he looked like an idiot. I mean, obviously,
and that's why I thought they were heels as well. Yeah, why would you celebrate?
That was the first flash of pre-show Booker T. That was, we're seeing the first flashes of Big Papa Pump. That was the first flashes of pre-show Booker T.
That was last week when he was coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, really just flat finish. Didn't make any sense to the storyline.
It'd made more sense if Harlem Heat had wailed on Vincent instead of the Steiners.
Yeah. Both teams had.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, big beat down to Vincent. I think we all could have got behind that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
What did old Meltzer boy give these?
1.5.
Come on.
It must be the ending.
We'll see.
He was wrong, wasn't
he? Yes.
Didn't even look at the camera when he said that. I just nailed it.
Yeah, I've got an ingrown hair. I'm trying to get out. 3 stars. Let down by the finish.
Yeah, I agree. But you know, for WCW lately, strong opening, I think, from considering what we have had. And then Conan came out. For whatever reason, somebody decided Conan vs Hugh Morris
needed to be a thing.
I know it's a B-level pay-per-view, but this is the most thunder match I've ever had in my life. Conan vs Hugh Morris.
This is not even pre-show.
It was 10 minutes. Conan's basically just turned on Hugh Morris. I think must have had it a bit of a tag team. Then Conan goes into the NWO shortly after this. I've wrote here, crowd killer. It went 10 minutes. They had about enough content for 2 minutes. And then they both just gassed up. And then we're just laying on each other. Conan was just laying on him before doing the tequilas. There was one point where he had his leg bent, and Tony Schiavone was like, "Oh, well, that's almost an STF if he bends it a bit more and grabs him by the neck." He was just had his leg like bent because he just won. The commentators don't help, do they? But he wins after. I think it's called the Tequila Sunrise, but it's just.
The WCW commentators use too much logic, and it makes the people in the ring look like idiots.
This is one of the worst matches I've ever seen. It's like there's wrestling in treacle.
We didn't even get a fruit-based Conan promo to go at the start of it.
I wrote 4 words.
Best match ever.
It was really boring.
That's really boring. Yeah, it is. Because the crowd were on fire after the first 2 matches, and then needs to come back. And I was thinking all the way through it, you know, everyone must be like high-fiving and that when the Steiners and Harlem Heat go to the back and after the first match, the crowd loving it. And then what do you think the reaction is when Conan and Hugh Morris walk back after this match?
This is a shit pay-per-view.
Who's out next? Oh, Wrath and fucking Glacier. Did them no favours, not that. Because they need all the help they can get.
We'll have less of that.
Just on a wee...
Everyone must have known that they stunk the place out.
Just on a wee little side note, does anybody remember the Zootons?
Yeah.
Playing Cottingham Civic Hall. What a fall from... Well, not they ever really had a grace, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're playing in Lincoln as well.
Fucking Zootons.
Yeah, it's because their most famous song, nobody thinks they wrote it.
Why are you covering everyone else? Like, yeah. No, that Zooton Fever was good as well. They're all right, Zootons. That's the slander plays.
Yeah, but they're like all noughties bands. I think about 5 of them actually made it big, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Bring back One Night Only, that's what I said.
Well, they had some bangers, didn't they?
Yeah. The Cooks, it's like when the Cooks played Welly.
Yeah.
Welly, they played a really small venue.
I went to see the Cooks at Leeds Fest one year. I nearly died. It was that round. They played in the 10. Generally, that was the most crushed I'd ever been at a gig.
Was that after the first album came out?
No, it was like well after. It was like 2015.
Why would you put them in a tent?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like one of the comeback gigs. It was like just, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on like enemy stage. So I was going to die. Absolutely. Yeah.
Got some bangers, aren't they?
2014 it was. Not that matters to that level, but there you go.
Yes, if he was there, you can find him at Lil Markham. Apologise to him if he was there.
Yeah.
You're one of the twats at either side pushing.
Yeah.
And you're
I can't remember which way around it was. The Cortinas one after. I can't remember which one was the popular band out of 2, but the one was, I'm sure it was Pigeon Texas. Yeah.
You just mentioned another band then. Was it about the Cooks? And you went, I can't remember if it was. There's one more popular. It might have been the Cortinas. Oh, yeah, I think it was the Pigeon Detectives.
That was the Cooks. Why am I thinking Pigeon Detectives? They've both got curly hair, haven't they? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lost them.
That's outrageous. I'm a bit upset with you for...
Lost in my stories.
I'm a bit upset with you for saying they're the same band.
But generic 2000s indie band, aren't they?
Let's do it, please. Right.
Pigeon Detectives.
They
played outside my, I live with Liam. They played on the field outside our flat.
Well, they're from Leeds, aren't they?
Yeah, I went out for the afternoon. I saw him in bed with Aaron.
Yeah. Did you not take her back?
Saw Max Brown there.
Yeah, it's classic, wasn't it? They released 2 albums in the same year that were basically the same album.
Yeah.
This is an emergency. I know them all. Anyway.
Secret.
That's what we are, the Cougs, right? We are all the Cougs.
You're a secret pigeon detectives fan.
Yeah. What I really want is the Coug detectives, where it's like, McBusted, but the pigeon detectives and the Cougs.
Would you know if that happened? Would you know if they even were different?
No, I wouldn't know. I was like, why is it? I didn't realize they were twins.
Right, has anybody got anything nice to say about Cullen and Hugh Morris?
It finished.
Yeah, it did. 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, 10 minutes. What did Meltzer give this?
He rated it far too high with half a star.
Yeah, it's a dud all day long.
Yeah, I agree. A dud. It was just awful, and
Shite.
I thought for once, but the eldest might be one of my favorite WCW pay-per-views.
Ruined.
Yeah, ruined by this. And then, just to make it worse, Mean Gene comes out, plugs a hotline. There is apparently somebody who is upset with his current company. It's going to be on Nitro on the day after.
Who was it?
More on that later, because I found out who it was, I think.
All right. It's not on the Wikipedia page. Shocking.
And then, so you can only find out on the hotline, though, because you can't say on here. And then Public Enemy came out. And
That's awful.
is it? I think this is the first Public Enemy promo I've ever heard. And I hope it's the last. Can someone please describe to me what happened with the Public Enemy? Why have they made them talk?
You sound like fucking what's his name? How is he? The fat lad in Jurassic Park and Space Jam.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sound like him.
What's his name?
I don't
He's
know.
the guy with the heart on Rat Race, isn't he?
I was going to call him Dennis Knight, but that's Midian, isn't it?
It's Dennis Nerdy.
And he's in Thingy as well, isn't he?
Dennis Nedry, sorry.
Yeah,
Dennis Nedry.
I'd try to sound like him. But maybe it should be.
News in and NWO related. There's going to be a comic. Captain America.
Yes.
New World Order.
There we go, New World Order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Captain America's black.
Yeah. Bischoff on there as well. Good for Bischoff.
Yeah. It's him that's retweeted it.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. No, that's just the name of the new film, isn't it? It's not actually, don't have Bishop in it, unfortunately.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it called? Captain America New World Order?
Yeah.
Is it not some sort of weird crossover?
Captain America 4 is the new.
I thought it was like, like when they do Scooby-Doo wrestlers or something.
No,
I was going to be like that.
Sorry, that'd be...
FIFA have just done a crossover with Marvel, which is weird.
FIFA?
An Ultimate Team.
Oh.
So I assume you can have Spider-Man.
Who else AAA did? They had Marvel wrestlers, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had like Spider-Man and someone versus Thanos. Someone else.
Peters, I think it'll just be kits. They won't have anything good for FIFA.
Reasonably disappointing.
I think they've done hero cards, which is just they have the same templates.
Yeah, there's German Super League Marvel kits. They're weird, aren't they?
Yeah, well, NRL do them, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. So my favourite part about this, and it's the last one I want to mention about, was when they put Mean Gene on the table and he absolutely shat himself. And I was hoping it went through.
He's an angry boy tonight, wasn't he, Mean Gene?
We'll get to Mean Gene in 2 matches' time. Yeah. What an absolute disgrace Mean Gene is.
Well, I've started to work out. This is the first show where I thought I could tell I Austin like him now.
Yeah, I've said the new one. I think Mean Gene is an asshole, and we'll get it's proven in this one.
In this show, he's a complete dickhole. There's no way around it.
Right, the next match then we've got Wrath against Glacier. Wrath comes out with James Vandenberg and Mortis. Mike Tenay's back out, so Big Dust has gone. The whole thing around this one is it's unfair. It's 3-on-1 against Glacier, so they have stopped that by handcuffing Mortis to the ring, but letting James Vandenberg do what he wants. Yeah.
Why if he's interfering in matches, why would you handcuff him to the ring? Put it backstage. Shark cage.
Cage match, any match.
Not on the thing he's meant to be not getting into.
Anyone even handcuffed, like it was quite a long James. He could have got in the ring if he wanted to. What I was most disappointed about this was because Wrath obviously debuted last week. Not last week, or last month on the pay-per-view. He took his mask off. I thought he looked really intimidating when he came out. And you think, bloody hell, he's a big lad, isn't he? And then he takes his mask off, and it's him from Chronic.
Yeah.
Which was a bit disappointing. Right, Aaron, you love Glacier, am I right?
Well, I did actually fire him for never winning a match. So make of that what you will.
What did you think of this match?
The concept is fantastic. The execution is god awful of this whole storyline. The idea of it's great because obviously it's come from Mortal Kombat, ain't it? And Eric Bischoff likes his kung fu and stuff like that. Obviously, bringing Glacier on, who's martial arts expert.
Yeah,
the execution was just god awful.
Why
was James Vandenberg with him? That makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense whatsoever.
I thought the backstory was fantastic.
Well, I was going to say that. Mike Tenay trying to put backstory into this, and they've always been rivals and stuff like that.
I don't know why Mike Tenay was on this one because they don't want to bring him out for like the international ones, don't they? And then,
is it international this though?
Yeah, I guess it was because he trained with like with ninjas in Japan or something for however long it was. He could have been in the police, but he was like, nah. Don't want to go into police. I'm going to go to Japan and train with the ninjas. And then they give him a mask. Then the mask got stolen.
Yeah.
And then one of the commentators was like, well, does he even want the mask back now? It might just leave the mask. I was like, what's going on here?
It's not a mask, it's a helmet.
Helmet, that's the one.
He
had his mask on already, didn't he? Yeah.
He had a great buzz cut. This
is so stupid. It was Mike Tenay because normally Mike Tenay is just like, this guy spent 15 years in Japan, but he was just going, yeah, he grew up with some wild ninjas. It was just.
Maybe that's why I did it. It's because Mike Tenay tells the truth, and he's like always on about it. Yeah,
legitimize him. Yeah. Well, to be fair, can you imagine Dusty trying to fucking relay that backstory? It's like Mike Tenay there. You get with the ninja. They throw the helmet. What's going on?
There's just a lot of kicks. The one bit I did like, Wrath was thrown head first into the steps. He even put his hands up. He just smashed his head on the side of the steps. And then Vandenberg starts distracting the ref. Mortis throws a chain in because he's handcuffed to the ropes, not away from that. Wildly overthrows the chain. Glacier picks it up, uses it, wins 12 minutes. They then cuff Glacier to the ropes and beat him down because basically Vandenberg mugs the ref.
Yeah.
He gets the key. I mean...
Is he meant to be some sort of cult leader, Vandenberg? What's he doing?
I think so.
He's a sinister minister, isn't he? Well, he's now. But...
Yeah, I thought it was him. He always just stayed in that sort of character, didn't
he? Yeah.
Because Sinister Minister was after this, wasn't it? I was surprised.
Yeah.
That
was
his TNA, wasn't it?
James Mitchell.
Oh, he's in ECW.
Yeah, that's his real name, isn't it? Yeah, James Mitchell. I always think of it. He's a business manager. I think that's where I know him from.
Yeah, he scalped Raven, didn't he? When he shaved his head and took off the skin as well. Gross.
Mortis has a rivalry with Raven after this.
That's where it started.
And that's how he goes back to being Chris Kanyon.
Yeah. Fucking hell, it's Chris Kanyon.
Did you not know Mortis Chris Kanyon?
No, I missed that completely. Yeah.
Because Chris Canyon's got like the most unique body shape in the world. Yeah.
Simple Google will tell you who it was as well.
Wow.
How did you not know Mortis was Chris Kanyon?
I feel like we had this debate last week, actually.
What did Meltzer give it, Piers?
Big Dave gave Glacier versus Wrath 3 1/4.
3 1/4?
No, sorry, 3/4.
Oh, but Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense.
We were about to get the biggest, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it just but we're going to get a big catchphrase there.
Well, he nearly got it right, did Meltzer on this one. But he's wrong.
Yes.
It's 3 3/4.
3 3/4? Oh my God.
Yeah. All right.
Why?
Yeah, well, I've got the loose star ratings. 5 stars. I thought this is class. I go on story, that's a long-term story. The guy grew up in ninjas. He was a police officer.
You have a weird thing for ninjas.
Trained for ninjas. I just think Ninjas are great.
Yeah, the opposite to Samoa Joe. Ninjas really make your night.
Yeah.
I didn't mind this match. I just felt it went on a little bit maybe a minute or two too long for me.
The greatest
Albert
bit was
told
at the
us
end.
so long.
The greatest part at the end where this round referee Randy Anderson comes out and just starts pushing Mortis and Raph out the way.
Yeah, I was really weird that the ref had to save on it. Like, I thought it was
Yeah,
going to get a taxi
why-
back or something. Like,
Yeah, why would you send referees out there?
Yeah, the way it ran, I thought like, oh, they're going to get someone to make the save here. It was just looking around the Anderson. I didn't know exactly.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah.
Brand.
He was on one today when he ran the Anderson. Referees, when they go in the guard, they don't normally say anything, do they? Like WWE, the referees send out. They're all just shouting, they're going, come on. They're all doing the count. They're obviously not listening to the count that you're doing. But no, Randy Anderson, I'll take it upon myself to sort shit out on WCW.
I feel like no one, for some reason, Randy Anderson just going to work that day and thought wrestling was real. Because he was taking it really seriously. I wasn't
Just fuck this.
Yeah.
Still real to me, goddammit.
Yeah.
Moving on, then we get a women's title match, WCW Women's Championship. Akira Hokuto is the champion. She comes up with Sonny Ono against Medusa, and this is title versus career. If Medusa wins, she obviously gets the title. If she loses, she is gone from WCW. I don't think she never won the title. I don't think, did she? That was the thing. This was the story.
Should never have been the title.
As it's women's. Yeah, she had a title. She threw it in the bin. That's my bad. I wouldn't trust them either. As it's women's wrestling, Lee Marshall comes out. I don't understand that. I don't.
What's wrong with Lee Marshall?
Nothing wrong with Lee Marshall. I just completely missed when he became the women's expert.
Yeah, he always gets beat up. He always gets beat up when he commentates on men's matches. So it's just
that's true. Right, this was a match. It went 11 minutes. The match itself is what it was. Genuinely, for this time, I thought it was quite a good women's match. That I like that Hakuto. She drank my bitch, biting shoes and that. Medusa hits a knee from a double axe handle, which was so odd. What?
Did you just call her right mad bitch?
Yeah.
Thought you did.
That is the language you chose to use. Yeah.
But she started biting the shoes.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting that sentence to come out of your mouth, to be fair, but
yeah, Medusa hurts her knee. She tries to do a double axe handle, which it was so put on it, but yeah, that's the story, I guess.
You really put Medusa over there.
Yeah. And then
she's going to lead the company for 2 years.
It was such a bizarre decision.
You wouldn't see her again after this for 2 years.
There's then a superplex on Medusa, and then Hakuto wins. I think it's a brainbuster or a Death Valley driver. It looked insane. She wins. The crowd was just like, oh.
Yeah, because generally it's careers that win, isn't it? Apart from Ric Flair.
Especially in the way they built this one up when she was coming in injured and
And this was the last time the women's WCW title was ever seen. So worth it.
Yeah.
The big women's wrestler in WCW, the Void Air out, and the lost the title as well.
To be fair,
I didn't know that.
They probably didn't have any other women to have a go with it, or did they?
No.
Stacey Kubler.
Yeah. Miss Hancock, what she's called.
Tori Wilson, yeah. All the big ones.
Kimberly Page.
She was the only WCW Women's Champion.
Yeah, she'd never seen a girl first.
Yeah, but I didn't realize she won the tournament to start it. No one else had ever held it. She was the only person to ever hold it.
Medusa will always have. Oh no, she didn't even. I was going to say she always had that win over Ken Rock Pack, but she lost, didn't she?
Yeah. You know, Medusa stands for Made in USA, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But she was born in Italy.
Yeah, that doesn't sell tickets, does it? So after the match, Hakuto starts biting Medusa again.
Oh no, sorry.
Go on.
She's married to Ken Blackman. I thought it was Steve Blackman. That's disappointing.
Medusa, they get Hakuto out of the ring. Medusa then starts crying, and this is why I love the brain. He starts absolutely hysterically laughing at her, which I think genuinely annoyed Lee Marshall. And then to make things worse, because she's not aired that, she'll lay that on the tape.
Yeah.
She's walking out. She's been bitten. She's got a bad knee. She's been helped out. Mean Gene tries to interview her.
No.
What's wrong with him?
Oh God, he was such a dick. He's meant to be the face, isn't he?
And then he was real upset when she didn't want to answer his questions.
But it wasn't even that he went, "Oh, can we just have a word?" He was like, "Your career's over, you fucking idiot!" Like it was like, he proper went for it, did he? He proper had a go at her. He was like, "You risked it all and you lost, you idiot!" Like, no, your career's over. What are you going to say about that? And she's just crying. And then, yeah, he just carries on, chases her out. Ridiculous.
And then when she pushes the mic away, he's so offended.
Considering for a guy who, like, 20 minutes early was shit scared of a table, he's giving the big ones now, isn't he?
And to me, I don't think that's the worst Mean Gene thing on this pay-per-view.
Well,
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. What do we think of this match? I thought this was probably the best women's match we've seen in WCW. I can't remember any of the others. I know there's been a few decent tag team matches where they've all been like Japanese stars or whatever, because they've got the wrestlers around, I believe. What did Meltzer give this?
Stars.
How many? 3 stars. I just did anybody else just did stars?
I just said stars.
Yeah.
I think your microphone cut out just at the
Sorry,
time.
3 stars.
3 stars. Yeah, I think it stars.
Stars.
Which I think is about right, to be fair. Personally.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I'm at 2.5.
2.5. Yeah,
Around the ballpark.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
hang
still
on a minute. Did Ross say that the WCW women's title was never seen again?
That's,
He did.
That's the information I had.
Your information was wrong, innit?
Well, he's wrong though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think you'll find that Devil Masami won the vacant title at a live event in Kawasaki, Japan.
So on TV.
And then it was quietly deactivated in January.
Yeah, so it was never shown again on TV, so
No.
I was right.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah. What a history. What a title.
It's got to be, it's up there, isn't it?
Well,
I'm going to bring that one
um,
across.
No, literally, right? I'm just looking at the tournament. Everyone in the tournament, other than Medusa, was Japanese, I believe. Yeah.
There we go.
Including former NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Rittner, Michael Satomura.
Absolute legend of the game.
Crossover. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a bit.
She's not still the UK Women's Champion.
I thought she lost it to someone. Let's have a look. We're going down the rabbit hole now with this one. But don't you think the WC? It's not obviously AEW isn't as bad, but they spent all that money on getting Medusa across. Did the whole thing of a drop in the title. We don't need this title. I'm going to go for the big WCW title. Then there wasn't one. Then it was one. She didn't win it, and they never signed any opponents for her.
Yeah.
It's weird.
There wasn't really anyone around, I suppose.
It's like they only signed it just off that original moment, wasn't it? And then they just thought, we're stuck with Medusa now.
96, we watched her in a match in 96, didn't we? So,
Well, she is still a champion, yeah. Michael Satomura, that is.
Yeah, not Medusa. So she's waited at least a year for the opportunity. I don't know. Women's wrestling wasn't a thing at this era, was it? Right then, the next match is a return death match. Essentially, last man standing mix of submission. It's Chris Benoit versus Meng. We watched a terrible one last month.
Watched a terrible one again.
I think this one was worse, yeah. It was a slow match. Then Benoit won it after having a crossface on him. The match was 14 minutes. I think this crossface
match was
lasted
15 minutes.
It was 14:59, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so 14 minutes, Peters.
It's not 14 minutes. 14 minutes 59.
I think Benoit had the crossface on Meng at the end for about 10 of them minutes, and then Meng just passes out.
But he also taps out.
Yeah, but then he was saying afterwards he didn't tap out, he just passed out.
Well,
they really put it out, didn't they? I mean, the commentators did say that they think he smothered him to death at one point, which was a bit okay.
Yeah, I think this ending put over both guys, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
because Meng then falls off the ramp, doesn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
Peter, fucking hell, Peters. Spoilers. It's going to get
No,
to that.
they really. if you're gonna put someone over, they really put Meng over just by saying what a tough bastard he was.
Yeah.
And they really put Benoit over, didn't they? By
saying what a tough bastard he was.
Yeah, it was like a big deal, wasn't it?
My favourite bit about this match was Benoit chasing Jimmy Hart away as it started.
Yeah.
For him to not return. 40 minutes star ratings. I can't imagine it's got high. Why don't call it a death match and then not do a death match?
Ross, it had Benoit in it.
Yeah, but that's a Meng in it.
Yeah, 4 stars. I reckon altogether.
3. You gave it Chris Benoit versus Meng. 2.
Oh.
And a quarter.
So get some shit. That's fine.
I just need to close my window. Carry on.
He's wrong though.
Yes.
Like Ross says, don't call a match a death match when there's nothing regarding a death match. 0.5 based on that.
This was a death match with rope breaks.
License signed on. Yeah.
And then after the match, we got backstage to meet Jim. Meng's stretching out for the first time ever. Meng's been stretched out. What a tough bastard. This is off camera, and I assume was staying off camera. It was clearly an accident until Mean Gene decided to make a right song and dance about. Oh my God! Could somebody get a camera over there? Mango's falling off his gurney.
Yeah.
And then went on about it for ages.
Because the camera won't moving, was he? He was like, I think we're meant to. Probably Bischoff was in his ear, like, no, don't do that. Just carry on. Yeah. Classic Mean Gene. He just loves people's misery, doesn't he?
Genuinely. Why did he say that? I don't even think the crowd saw it, did they?
No, because at first I thought they were gonna, you know, when it's like, oh my God, I thought they were gonna show Meng like, getting off and walking to the back under his own power. But no, he just bend it off the side.
Some Falk Hunter dropped it. And fucking Mean Gene's like, look at that.
They risked the cameraman's job by going, have a look at that. He's clearly wearing the position for it all. Yeah.
Oh, and then he pushes the hotline again. So this is
what I loved about this is that they kept booing the hotline, the crowd, didn't they? And then feel like shocked every time. So, well, I'm obviously not going to tell you on this pay-per-view. Ring the hotline. I was like, boo! That was great.
Who do we think the superstar, because that's what he says, who is upset? Well, oh my God, I'm getting rain here.
That's why I want to close my window. It's
I thought there was some happening there. Yeah.
Raining like fuck here.
Raining
like balls.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to go check my other bedroom window in a minute. Right, let me get through this first. Right, you can all discuss who you think it was. Who do you think the mystery person appearing on Nitro was?
997.
I can't even think.
Couldn't have already announced Rodman, hadn't he? I'm sure I saw that advert for him.
Yeah, Rodman's already been announced for the next pay-per-view with Hulk.
I can't think of jump ship. Was it Bulldog? He went back and forth a few times, didn't he? Regal? Did he go back and forth? Or was he still
Regal's there?
Regal's
we
still
saw him last month.
Yeah.
Bossman?
Oh, cool.
I'm guessing Bulldog. That's my guess.
I've just got no clue whatsoever. The
go
people
with
I'm
Bossman.
thinking of are already either in one or the other, or all in WCW, sorry.
I'm not sure where he is at this point, so I'll go with him.
So, I imagine you've all the guesses. I imagine they're all wrong. Because from what I could find out online, the mystery man was Dennis Rodman.
He was advertised.
He's advertised in a promo later on in the night.
Yeah, he's the only person.
Oh, because when it's
on night, he comes him and Hogan turn up on Nitro.
Oh, well, you're wrong because we literally said him to start with.
Was this the famous incident where
he walked out? No, that was later, I think.
In the middle of the finals.
They basically get DQ'd. They have the same match, which is advertised for Bash at the Beach on Nitro, and they get DQ'd.
Yeah, but I mean, like, was this one where Dennis Rodman was in the NBA finals? You know,
I thought that was 98.
Well, that's rubbish, though.
We said
it was rubbish.
We said Rodman to start with, and then we all sort of did.
Yeah, we're like, he's already been advertised.
Because he's been advertised, so we landed on Bulldog and Bossman.
In there, advertised for, what do you call it? Advertised for Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
Not advertised for Nitro, and that's what it was on.
But I'm confident that we said Bulldog to start with, that we were right. So I'll take that.
Bulldog doesn't go until after the screw job.
And when's Bossman?
Oh, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
Bossman, I don't think goes back, does he?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it goes back.
I don't know where
He's
he is
there
at
in like
this point.
2000.
Where is he?
I don't know where he is at this point.
Because it's too early for the corporate ministry, innit? And he's been in. He's been in WCW.
Yeah, he goes back again. He goes back again later on. I think it's like around 2000.
Because this is too early for the sort of like
no, he was
team Bossman.
Bossman was already in WCW 93 to 98, and then he stayed in WE 98 to 2003.
Really? I thought he was in it later than that as well.
No, and then he went to International Wrestling Association Japan.
Mm. I know Lou's frantically looking for the Nitro results. I've already done it, Lou.
Just can't understand.
It's Dennis Rodman. It isn't it?
So Bossman.
Well, let's just don't mention of it all. Let's see on the one I'm looking at anyway.
No.
So Bossman let his WCW contract expire around March 98.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair dude.
Yeah, he's not there in the second bit, is he? He's like sort of halfway through the.
I just wasn't sure where it was at this point.
I could have sworn he came back later, but that's funny because I'm thinking of the on a pole match that I had with Typhoon. And I thought that all the pole matches were later on.
All Russo,
yeah. Obviously, I'm wrong. So,
but yeah, there we have it. There is the mystery man. You're going to be disappointed because I went on about 15 different reviews to find out who it was.
I'm giving up.
It's Dennis Rodman.
I'm even more annoyed at Mean Gene than I already was for his actions.
I said Mean Gene's an asshole.
We did all right there, though, didn't we? Called Rodman to start with, so we'll go.
You can't stay mad at Mean Gene though. Greatest of all time.
I bet Meng was annoyed at him.
Look at Medusa was as well. And any fan who rang up that hotline and he's like, "Oh, it's Dennis Rodman."
Yeah, they'd have been annoyed.
Oh, cheers, Mean Gene. It's cost me $15 for this 3 seconds.
Imagine if Twitter was a thing at this point. You just need one person to ring up and the world knows.
Understand how like obviously we're after this, we would have been like quite young at this age. I don't understand how hotlines work.
I think you just get a recorded message.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever time you ring up, you hear a message from the start. It's not just playing, and you'd have to wait for it to come on.
Yeah.
I think they just play as you go along. Don't you remember? Well, I used to ring the recipe hotline.
The recipe hotline.
Yeah, I used to just give you a recipe. There was loads. There was a thing in like the back of your white pages,
right?
And there's all these numbers you could ring, and like one of them was like, you got a recipe.
Have you not seen the Simpsons episode with the coach's hotline?
I don't think so.
You have got through to the coach's hotline, and it just goes on about football like that because it's trying to make the most money out of Homer Simpson.
But I'm sure it's just a recorded message. It just goes the loops,
and that was a recorded message.
So if you tuned in at the wrong time, would you have to wait until Dennis Rodman comes on again?
Yeah.
Right, there we go. Right, so some good news, and this pay-per-view's finally picked up again. Steve McMichael versus Kevin Green. Mongo comes out with Deborah. Basically, Mongo turned on Green at last year's Great American Bash when he was having, and that's when he joined the Horsemen because they bribed him. It was a match against Arn Anderson and Ric Flair, and they basically, I think Deborah went to the back. She came out with the briefcase, which he always carries around, had loads of money in it, and then showed it to Mongo, and then he just hit Green with a briefcase. Joins the Horsemen. This is a great quote from Dusty. If Mongo tries to wrestle him, he'll be all right. Come on, Dusty, read the room.
Yeah.
Mongo's far too good a wrestler. Then Kevin Green's mum's in the in the crowd. Not a fan of Mongo, but the crowd were, Lou, so you're wrong.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Well, he's played for Chicago, didn't he? They're near Chicago. Near the end, then Jeff Jarrett comes out with the briefcase, goes to use it, but Green pulls Mongo in the way. Mongo gets hit, and then Green wins after pinfall, 9 minutes. Deborah has a go at Jeff Jarrett. And this proves why Mongo is the sort of greatest wrestling mind of all time. Because on Nitro, so he didn't know it was hit him at the minute, does he? Because he didn't see it, so now he's knocked out. On Nitro, he's in a tag team match, and the next night with Jeff Jarrett, Scoop slams him and says to the camera, "Yeah, I watched the tape." So Mongo is the only wrestler who openly admits to doing research and watching previous tapes to find out what happened to him, instead of standing in the middle of the ring and doing what happened to me, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so he doesn't just pause. He just like turn up for 2 hours, pause his life for a week, and then carry on. Yeah.
Mongo, watch the tape. Wrestling genius. 9 minutes, and I thought this match was better than at any rate of it.
Yeah, well, that's like it's not a bad low, isn't it? I mean,
You got to bear down to get down with Steve McMahon on you.
I don't understand why you hate him so much, though. You love Dean Malenko. Well, thank God's not on here. Thank God Dean Malenko wasn't on
I don't love Dean Malenko. I just don't think it's as bad as you guys think it is. But this Mongo stuff, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I know you're doing it ironically, but no, stop it.
No, but I actually enjoyed this match.
Why?
Why?
I thought it was a good laugh.
It's terrible.
So you didn't love it where Mongo grabbed Kevin Green's head and was screaming at his mum, and she slapped him with a purse?
It was all right, but then the commentators proper overdid that, didn't they? It's like, it's the world first. Kevin Green's mum's involved. Like,
yeah, well.
I probably
Has it happened before?
Well, no, but that's just I don't know.
Also, was it a world first?
Yeah, but that's like us saying, "Oh, world first." Like, lose had a clipper on the show. I mean,
it's not. You had ice streets before.
Yeah, and a clipper. That was how specific it got. You used to have little old ladies hitting wrestlers all the time, didn't you?
I just thought it was a good match.
Well spot, Big Daddy.
Carrying on, it solved everything. Kevin Green got his own back for Mongo turning on him, and they carried on the Jarrett Mongo feud. No. You're upsetting me. Mongo's a wrestler.
It wasn't very good. How long was it?
Yeah, 9 minutes.
Yeah, it could have took like a good 8 minutes off this match and had the same result. I think.
Mongo's a wrestling genius.
Why would you put him in the ring? It shouldn't have happened, should it?
Here's a little factoid for you. Kevin Green never won a match, lost them all.
He won this one.
Why has it got it down as defeated on pin on fucking thingy?
He did win this match.
Well, it's just wrong then.
Someone changed Wikipedia.
No, I'm on Internet Wrestling Database.
He won this match, Piers.
I'm reading it wrong.
So he's never
read it wrong.
He's never lost a match. Is that what
I didn't realize his name was on the left. He's won 3, lost 2.
I'm pretty sure he won last month as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm reading the thing. I just saw death. I just saw the defeated thing, so I assumed he'd lost them all. Didn't realize his name was on the left 3 times.
Peter, just to give yourself, a little bit of respect back. What is the Meltzer star ratings for this match?
2.
2.
Yeah.
No,
he's wrong.
Yes.
5 star.
4 stars.
Yes, 4 stars. He's got us in the palm of his hand.
Because you've got to bear down to get down with Mongo.
Yes, right decision.
Louis beside himself.
It doesn't make any sense, is it?
Ridiculous.
I guess first you got to try and bear his matches, haven't you? Like you gotta...
Why are you so disrespectful?
I'm with you,
You're so bad. You're so bad. That's his thing. Like that's it's not. In a way, it's good. He's got his legacy, but it's just as all the worst professional wrestlers of all time.
He was a horseman.
Make it good.
It's better than Goldberg.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's his name?
I think Mongo is the best wrestler to ever play football as well.
Agreed.
Pat McAfee.
Mongo beats him. Pat McAfee is not a wrestler, is he?
Oh, wait a minute. The fucking Rock played football. What are you on about? You like?
Yeah.
Right, get your
American
American
football, NFL. Canadian football, anything. The Mongo is the best wrestler. So even probably pick up a football and wrestle.
Yeah.
You probably have the best football career. I'll give you that. The wrestling.
The best wrestler to the pick up of a ball.
Well, it's just absurd, though. I don't want absurd statement to make.
If Mongo was around now, Roman Reigns would be acknowledging him. That's what I'm saying.
God.
Yeah. Roman Reigns cannot bear down with Mongo.
Nah.
Roman Reigns
I guess I think the equivalent now of Mongo is like almost. You know what I mean? Like just,
no.
Yeah.
No.
I was disrespectful there. Apologies to almost.
I'd probably say AJ Styles.
Oh, get out.
Get out. Move on.
It's the equivalent of Mongo. In terms of being ringability, I know it's hard because there's maybe not anyone. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, maybe together.
He's out.
He's out. Yeah, he's gone.
He kicks him out.
You know, he's foaming behind.
I should let him back in, really, shouldn't I? He does host the show, but you know, just
he finished. That wasn't called for.
No one. It was too much.
Right, we go backstage. So I guess we'll have to just agree to disagree.
Yeah, well,
Medusa's backstage with a doctor in the trainer's room, and that really didn't go anywhere.
Wait, no, there's only another harsh comment from Shivana this time, wasn't he? Like, I hope she's all right, and they're just like, oh, well, don't get me wrong, Curry's over. So that's definitely.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. He lose the match, didn't he? Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then we go on to the co-main event: the Outsiders, the current WCW Tag Champions, against Ric Flair and Roddy Piper. The Outsiders come up with 6. This match is 10 minutes. There's a lot going on. Flair's lower blowing people all over the place. I've wrote here the worst sleeper I've ever seen put on Hall by Roddy Piper. And then Flair just decides to run off.
Yeah, chases 6.
and doesn't come back.
And they never explained what happened to him.
And then Piper just gets beat up. And then Hall tries his best to fuck up. Oh, no, that's in the main event, isn't it? Hall hits the razor's edge on Piper to win. 10 minutes. This match is absolute chaos, but I think I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed this. I didn't want to, but I did.
A lot of star power, wasn't it?
It felt like, I don't know, and then I sort of noticed it around this one. The ring was real smoky, wasn't it? From the pyro or whatever. And it just made it feel like a big deal.
I know what you mean, that hazy pay-per-view atmosphere they used to have, yeah.
It felt like a main event, this.
Yeah.
Crowd got back into it, seen the top match the one before.
Yeah. No, it was classic WCW main event stuff, really, wasn't it? Probably better than the Hogan stuff, to be honest.
Piper's got no business being in the ring.
No. I mean, Ric Flair even looks older, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
25 years later is his last match, but yeah.
Very good. Outsiders obviously win. I assume Flair and Piper start a program after this.
Yeah, they've got a match at the next pay-per-view, Bash the Beach.
Because
there was a bit where was the idea that Ric Flair got chased off and it was all the NWO doing shenanigans to split up, divide and conquer type of thing. Is that the idea?
I'm guessing
one of the commentators kept shouting, "Where's Flair gone?"
Yeah, but he chased after 6.
Yeah, but I think that was the point they were trying to. It was that he got him out.
Well, Flair
6 took him out or something.
At this point, is he 16-time world champion or 15?
No, he's only like 13 at this point, I think.
13-time world champion. Been around the block though.
Yeah.
Should understand he can't win the match by not being there.
Yeah.
He's got to think, he's run off. I'll go back in the match now.
Yeah.
Rather than the tag team match. Or has Flair always been crazy and he's not realised that the tag team match is still going on?
Yeah, just did one. Yeah. Or maybe he thought Piper was good enough to handle it himself.
Yeah. Well, not after that bloody
and Piper let him down.
Christ.
Yeah.
Piper peaked when he left Alcatraz.
Yeah, it was class that.
But this match was chaos and I loved it. Did Meltzer love it, Terry Peters?
Meltzer?
No, he won't have liked this because it's got Kevin Nash in.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he gives us more than 2.
2 and 1 quarter.
2 and 1 quarter. Bloody hell. He's done it.
How do we know Terry Peters is telling the truth?
It's literally there in front of me.
Yeah, no, but so was Kevin Green's win-loss record. And then the one you said...
I can read this easier.
Was it the Chris Benoit Meng match?
He can read- he
3
can
and a
read-
quarter, and it was
Yeah, it was
3/4.
He can read pictures better than words.
There was, three,
I love
there,
it.
was, there was a 3 and a 4. Same thing.
Yeah, would it be better if instead of the number it was like represented in stars and there was only half a star or a quarter of a star? Would that
It's
work
confusing
out
me
better?
quarter stars, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Where's the points?
unless you had a 4-point star system. You know what I mean? Star of the North kind of thing.
Yeah. So,
Right. So what did he give it? 2 and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the real rating?
3.5. I enjoyed this match. That's a high rating.
yeah.
WCW main event.
I'm all around on that. Yeah, I thought it was all right for us. Character based rather than wrestling based, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't understand why I liked it, but I did.
Yeah.
Just a bit chaos on it.
Yeah, it was an action-packed 10 minutes. And then the Outsiders win, so they're going to be going against the Harlem Heat, I assume, at the next pay-per-view. But I've not looked. Probably not.
No. Wrong, Ernie.
No, WCW don't work with logic, do they?
The Harlem Heat are on the mat, aren't
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Number one
Against the Steiners, then.
it? No, they're Scott Hall and Randy Savage against DDP. Yes. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, Scott Hall and Randy Savage against DDP and Kurt Hennig.
Oh.
So they've done the tag champions.
I'm assuming Kevin Nash must have got injured at some point.
Have they lost the titles already then? Have they lost them on a Nitro or something, maybe?
The next match in the title match. Let's have a look. I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we?
Kevin Nash probably
I'll get to the bottom of this rest. You're right.
So we've got new number one contenders. The champions win their match to stay title champions, and then on the next pay-per-view, we've got one of the tag team champions teaming with somebody else in a separate feud. Yeah. And then the number one contenders aren't even on the show.
Oh, just calm down because Kevin Nash has probably tore a quad.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Let's have a look. When was it? June 1997, wasn't it? They're still champions because they lose it to the Steiners on Nitro in October.
Right, okay. Yeah, cool.
But they defeated Scott Hall in 6 for the title, so I'm assuming. Oh, here we go. God, I love Wikipedia and some of the nonsense.
In the rabbit holes. Yeah.
So they also 6 also gets credited for reign as the NWO invokes the Wolfpack rules. Well, that's the Freebird rule.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And named 6 as champion after injury to Nash on October the 13th. There.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what's going on in July. Yeah. So he got named as champion on October 13th and he lost it on October the 13th.
He ain't got long left, has he? 6.
No. He comes into after WrestleMania 98, I think.
Yeah, so
yeah,
just under a year. Lights Out match that is next. This is Randy Savage versus DDP. We're calling it Savage Page 2. Buffer's out. This is the proper main event. Savage comes out with Miss Elizabeth. And then Kimberly Page comes out at the ramp. Everyone's looking at her. DDP out the crowd. Like that. They're calling this unsanctioned. Anything goes. It's essentially a falls count anywhere match. 16 minutes long.
I went mental with fireworks just before it started as well.
Yeah, it did. Well,
before it went lights out, and then just fucking fireworks came from everywhere.
They called it co-main event. Yeah, Buff was only there for one, and then he had a mental fireworks show for one of them.
But in a lights out match meant to be that it's after the show's officially ended. That's why there's no rules. That's how AEW present it, right?
I think this was knock your lights out.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how AEW
unsanctioned, didn't they?
Yeah, it's like unsanctioned, but it's because it's the show's ended.
Right.
But
a lot of mad stuff happened in this. They fight backstage. Page gets a crutch from somewhere.
He always gets a crutch, doesn't
he? Yeah, he loves a crutch.
Starts wailing on him. He gets DDP gets his bandages ripped off. Savage gets a bag of salt and throws it at him. And then hits him with a DDP plate.
Available now, WCWshop.com.
It was like it looked like a plate and had DDP written on it. So I don't know. It smashed into a million pieces. Then it went mental, and Savage just starts pile driving refs. Goes after Kimberly. Nick Patrick makes a save. 2 referees have made a save.
That was heroic, that one.
Nick Patrick is the greatest ref of all time. So then Savage, they keep on fighting. Patrick's against the new ref. He stops Savage doing a pile driver on the exposed floor. So then Savage beats up the camera guy, and DDP just walks past him to go get a chair. But when he hits Savage with a chair, the camera guy's already been thrown into the sand. DDP, surely, right, should have stopped it earlier when he walked past it and realised what was going on. Oh, poor camera guy. There's then a diamond cutter. Patrick's out. Patrick's making the save. Scott Hall runs out, stamps on his head, then does the worst razor's edge I've ever seen. Nearly drops Page about 5 times. Savage elbow drops him. And then Patrick makes a slow count. Savage wins. 16 minutes long. And then, strange for WCW, it just ended.
Yeah,
it went out of time. Yeah.
They normally go on for fast. I was glad because WCW normally drag out. I was expecting Page to be NWO and everything.
Yeah. And they had the commentators summarising the end as well.
Yeah. What do we think of this then? Randy Savage vs DDP, number 2.
I quite enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it.
It was all right, wasn't it? 50-50 booking. Kind
Mm.
of what's the point in DDP's big win, you could say. If you've been
but they're trying to portray Savage as a madman now, aren't they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. As a savage, you could say.
Yeah, it's gone, that he's lost the plot.
Yeah.
The NWO seem to be winning everything at the moment. In comparison to Sold Out, where they lost about 3 of their matches.
Yeah, to be fair, they have lost some like random ones, haven't they? If you want to tell them the faction.
Are they building them back up though? Because when Sting's in a few months, isn't he? Sting's been Sting at the minute.
We haven't seen him for a while, have we? Yeah.
No, but he's doing it, isn't
he?
Yeah. So are they just trying to make NWO look big again to get that pop?
Possibly.
Is that what they're trying to do?
What a Sting t-shirt.
They've got the whole
crowds.
The whole Luger thing coming up soon, which we'll see, aren't they? As well.
Well, that's the next match, isn't it? Luger and the Giant against Rodman and Hogan, which I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. It's so exciting.
Very awesome.
But this match, I mean, DDP says Randy Savage is his greatest ever opponent, doesn't he? Because I think they both like to meticulously plan out the matches.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with him. DDP is like a star.
Yeah, he is solidified as a main event now, isn't he? In some ways, it's a shame they are doing this long term. I think we said this before, haven't we? It's a shame they are doing a long term Sting storyline because
DDP was right.
You could have put the belt on.
Yeah.
DDP. It's like you get halfway in and you just can't do anything else, can you?
So when did they do Spring Stampede 98? Isn't it?
99.
Was it 99? So 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years after this,
Yeah, far too long. No wonder he'd lost all momentum. But very good match. Strong start, strong ending to this pay-per-view. Terrible middle. And what are the star ratings?
It was from Big Dave 3.75.
Wow. Higher than what I thought. I've gone 4.
I thought it would have done.
I've gone 4 stars because I did enjoy that main event.
It's still wrong.
Yeah, it's still wrong.
Class.
He's not got one right today, has he?
No, as usual.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes everything's going to implode when they get it together. It's strong, and they built it as an unsanctioned match, and they did some unsanctioned things in it. They went backstage, went out the ring loads, used weapons. Not sure why they had to knock the ref out to get a run in, but WCW. Good match. So I thought
it was.
Right then. Pay-per-view as a whole. What were we thinking? Flew through this pay-per-view.
I quite enjoyed this one.
What out of 10? 6.5?
Strong middle. Strong start.
Strong middle. You are a disgrace.
Average middle. Strong end. I'm going to give it a solid 7.
Oh, he did that on purpose today. Could have had all the catchphrases today.
Look at him. Going like a Cheshire cat down there. Yeah.
I'm going to give this. What I'm feeling, maybe I'm just in a good mood. I'm going to give this an 8, and it loses two. It loses 2 points for the middle of Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Mean Gene is an asshole.
He's an enjoyable asshole in a way, isn't he?
But if it wasn't for because I enjoyed the Medusa match, I hated the Chris Benoit and Meng match.
Obviously, the Mongo match fucking sucked.
No, not true.
That added about 4 stars onto the.
I hated the Conan match. Even the Raph and Glacier, it was all right, wasn't it? I'm not going to watch it again.
No, I might do just for the backstory. Let's hear.
So I'm giving it 8. This. Lou, what are you giving it?
I'm going to go 7.5. Well, I think it's a very enjoyable WCW pay-per-view. WCW is back, baby.
One of the better ones.
I also enjoy how it looked as well. I thought the set was really good for this time of year, and even had the traditional American rosettes on the side, didn't they? American bash, so it's good.
I'm with Ross, solid 8.
Yes, WCW.
So
we're all around thereabouts. Considering some of the ones have been absolutely awful. I think I give last month's 3 stars or something. So
in some ways, it makes me sad that we're going into a pay-per-view headline by Dennis Rodman. And after that, it's Road Wild. But we're doing all right for a bit, weren't we? So it's good.
I'm just looking at I'm looking at what they call it, the card. Mortis and Raph against Glacier and Ennis Miller.
There we go. Oh, I forgot Ennis Miller came in.
Yeah,
there's a classic line, wasn't there? Where we didn't know who that guy was, but then we found out it was Ennis Miller, some karate guy.
That was at the last pay-per-view. So why didn't they get Ennis Miller to come out?
Yeah, where was he?
Save Glacier.
Yes, save him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2-time karate hall champion Ennis Miller.
Instead, we're just going to get the referees to go and save him.
Yeah, that'd be even better, wouldn't it? Mortis and Raph against Glacier and Randy Anderson.
Yeah, that's what it looked like it was building to me, Ross.
Well, yeah. Chris Jericho is back at Ultimate Dragon. Stein is against Great Muta and Masahiro Chono. I imagine that hurts. It's going to be tough, like that. We've got Juventud Guerrera, Hector Garza, and Liz Mark Jr. against La Parca Psychosis and Villano the 4th. Chris Benoit versus Attack Master. Hopefully that's hopefully that's the end of that.
That's what. Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett versus Steve McMichael, the US title.
What a match! I can't wait.
It's got to be only one winner for that match.
Jarrett Monga. There's only one loser, and it's fucking me. That match. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah, Scott Hall and Savage against DDP and Kurt Hennig. Roddy Piper against Ric Flair, and then Lex Luger and the Giant against Hogan and Rodman. Oh my Christ, that match goes 22 minutes. You'll be pleased to know that Jarrett McMichael is under 7 minutes.
Yeah, thank God.
6 minutes 59.
Yeah, 56. 56. So there we are. It's got a 5 written all over it. The next pay-per-view. There we have it then. I don't know when we'll do that. Soon, probably. Because we're nearly caught up, aren't we? We're nearly caught up.
Nearly. Yeah. We do have a special Nitro we've got to watch after Bash at the Beach though, before I can watch the next pay-per-view.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Well, you'll see us.
Because I was thinking that's not the thing for Book of Doom, is it?
No,
that's after Goldberg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not after Sting. All right.
We'll do a watch along. We'll do a watch along when we get to that. Promise people now.
Okay.
It's only
Coming
an hour,
soon, watch along. We're doing that. We've got we've got to carry on the Rocky Road, haven't we? All sorts of stuff. There'll probably be a week where I haven't watched anything. They have to do another quiz.
Well, I'm sure next week we'll be covering SummerSlam in some sort of form.
Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for next week.
Yeah.
So the only way to find out is if you listen. We're the 45th biggest podcast in Malaysia.
Yes. We get the rankings on a Monday, don't we? We're doing it too early.
Yeah, it's a week too early. So find out if we've kept on. I'm sure we'll tell you next week. Join us on Twitch Wednesdays, and when is Wrestle Out coming back?
I just don't know. Work's all over the place at that.
But we're all waiting.
Well, big return when it does.
I can't wait. But WAWF is on
Yeah, I think Wrestle Out's a bit like TNA, and it's just gonna be cancelled by the network. It's gonna go to smaller and smaller.
Is there another like Twitch kind of? Is that going to be streaming on YouTube? That's not as good as Twitch, is it?
Yeah, it'll be on
Facebook gaming.
Be on Mixer or something. Yeah.
And coming soon, as we promised in the news episode, a Wrestling Around Fall Guys marathon. What was it? Tag team or something?
Squad show. Yeah.
Squad show where we're all playing it. Can we do that? Can we all put a camera each on?
I'm sure I could find a way on live stream. I'll have to look into that.
I'd have to get a camera then, though, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Either that, or I'll just commentate for everyone.
Right.
What are you using now?
Well, on computer, but that will be real awkward to set up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I use.
If I'm playing it on my PlayStation, which is downstairs.
I have the. Oh yeah, because you do have a. You're on a laptop.
Yeah, I'm on a laptop.
Yeah, I just have a laptop sitting in front of me and my TV's behind.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to. I won't be able to. Or maybe I'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go then. That's been this. So, Peters, where can we find you?
You can find me Bell Nation everywhere.
Bell Nation everywhere. Aaron, where can we find you?
Just on Twitch when I feel like it.
Subscribe to our Twitch and give us your bits.
Yeah, give us your bits.
Or you can see me giving Tony Khan grief on Twitter.
Yeah, good. That's what I'd like to see. And Lou, where can we find you?
You can find me at Lou Mac on Twitter. It's lovely stuff. On Instagram, where I did indeed post the full Barrymore song on my stories. Yeah, everyone loved. To be fair to my followers, did not love, but everyone else did, so it's fine.
You can find me on Twitter at the USA.
Poll, by the way?
It ended up being a tie. Let me just get the results out.
So
yeah, it ended up
almost.
Because you were winning, you had 100% lead, didn't you? Obviously,
because I'm sexy.
But yeah, I don't know. How do you find your old polls? There's a way in it.
Absolutely rancid comment then.
Yeah. Stupid sexy Peters.
Oh yeah, I think it's gone now. You can't tell now, but it ended up being 50% each.
So by default, I won.
I believe Phil did vote against you. I know that much. I can't remember who the person was.
Bloody hell, Phil! Come on.
Phil's better in their account. You can find us all then for more polls and stuff like that at Wrestle Around everywhere. Or Google Wrestling Around, you will find us. But twitch.tv/Wrestle Around, we are there on Wednesdays. Subscribe to that. Apple's podcasts, Spotify, wherever. That's where you'll find it. Google Wrestling Around, you'll find us somewhere. Right then, Ted Peters, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bob Roode, thanks for joining us.
You never even introduced me, you cunt.
You're having a week time out for that, Bob. You prick. Thank you everybody for listening, and join us next week for another episode of Wrestling Around.